Sport Türkmenistan güzel havada İpek yolu uyar amul hazara Sordum sağdının belen dovadı Türkmenistan havada baktın mekanı
Sport and the health is inspiration, makes body strong and strong all the nations, gives you a joy and raise spirit high. Sports is the way to your healthy life.
Acayip havada nurana mekan Hadar tolkunları coşkun mukam Ak yolu uyar geleceğe bakan Öngedin öne can Türkmenistan
Turkmenistan, Turkmenistan. How is amazing the place I was at. Gasping waves and birds sing it down. Life is so wonderful in motherland. My spending and dancing Turkmenistan.
Sport Türkmenistan güzel havada İpek yolu uyar amul hazara Sordum sağdının belen dovadı Türkmenistan havada baktın mekanı
How is amazing the place I was at. Gasping waves and birds sing it down. Life is so wonderful in motherland. My spending and dancing Turkmenistan.
Sport Türkmenistan güzel havada
Body, welcome back to Taiko Suichi Cup 2023. We are now here in the, I believe we are at the losers semifinals match. This is going to be the team of It's Raining Cats and Dons taking on Plushie Gang, and whoever wins this match today will be taking on Tater's Taiko Tots later on today. Streaming this match will be Taika Mom. I believe reffing this match is Hex. I am Pork is Great. Joining with me is Mashed Potato. How you doing, Mash?
Hello there, I am doing great, and yeah, this match is going to be very close. In terms of seeding, they are, I think, seed 7, seed 8, seed 7, seed 6 something. They are very close within each other, 7 and 9 actually. And also, the winner of this is actually going to get a ticket to the finals for next week.
Oh,
Just a quick correction, yeah. Don't worry about it.
Got it. Oh, got
Yeah.
it, got it. Oh yeah. Oh, whoops. My bad. I'm okay. It's like 2 in the morning where I'm at right now.
Oh my
so
God.
I mean, this is usually around the time that normally I would be casting matches or reffing at the very least. So yeah, slight mistake on my part, but
Don't worry about it. It's all
Yeah.
good.
yeah. So
Oh.
go ahead.
Yeah, so yeah, don't worry about it. It is going to be the first warm-up for Plushie Gang made by Youngjin. Obviously, one of the players in the Plushie Gang playing right now on a stream, our DC player, performing really well in the previous match. One of the main reasons why they are in the second stage of the semifinals.
Yeah. So Plushie Gang, pretty much a team that has done pretty decently well in the bracket so far. Won their round of 16 match against Nahida and Nahida, and then they lost in the winners quarterfinals against Bold and Brash, and then afterwards, they started off on the losers semis, winning against Team Hub by a score of 6-4, and now they are here against It's Raining Cats and Dons. It's Raining Cats and Dons had a very interesting tournament to say the least. I believe they begin things off with a loss in the winners round of 16 against God did the number 13 team, and then ever since that loss they've been on a fire, winning the next 3 matches and heading into the losers semis week. They did win against Hatsune Miku Fan Club 6-4. So now, for both teams, they have both won by a score of 6-4. So it's going to be interesting to see how these two teams will do. And unfortunately, whoever loses this match is going to be eliminated. Especially when you consider the unlikely run that is going on for It's Raining Cats and Dons, and as well for Plushie Gang. I mean, these are two teams that have very interesting scenarios of how they got here, but one thing's for sure, they really want to advance into the top 6.
Thank you for that rundown of how these teams got to where they are right now. And one interesting thing to point out actually for this match is that for the previous match for It's Raining Cats and Dons, their D seed player, so the previous match, the D seed did not play. So it was only A, B, and C for the previous match for It's Raining Cats and Dons. So actually, in terms of data available, there may not be as much for Plushie Gang to use to compare their score against, just because their DC did not play. So that'll be very interesting to see how Plushie Gang will pick their maps.
Yeah, that's right. But even regardless, I mean, both teams did play their matches previously, so even regardless, the scores is going to give them some sort of idea of what maps they are wanting to try for this matchup, which maps they want to try, if they want to try something different or if they need to switch things up with the bands regardless. So I mean, especially when we're talking about like two teams with, you know, a very different skill sets that may cater into how they would perform overall, it's just going to be interesting to see what are the maps they are probably going to. Do they think they have a good chance on, and what maps do they not feel confident, and so they would want to use the opportunity to avoid picking that map or just banning it all outright.
Yeah. Oh, and for I guess in this match, it's going to be very interesting because I think the skill set, as you said before, they have kind of different skill set, but quite a lot of their strong points are also like they overlap each other. So for example, when we look at like maps like Nomad 1 or maps like Nomad 1, both these teams are pretty tight in terms of scores. So there's going to be quite a lot of contested picks throughout this map pool.
Yeah,
And I think
that's
we're going
right.
to I think we're going to our second map of this second warm up. It's going to be a map called Bugs, 6.16 star Oni diff. Interesting.
Oh yeah, that's just interesting to see.
Yep. And not much to say here, to be honest. We're still at the warm up stage. Right now, just trying to get a feel of each, really get into the groove, make sure that, all of your setup is correct. Warm up is pretty important, in my opinion, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, warm-up doesn't really necessarily dictate of how these players will do. I mean, warm-ups can be interpreted into so many different ways, but I do think, with some warm-ups, it's just for players to be able to get comfortable in a match environment, and while for others, they just wanted to like take out some nerves out and just wanted to have some fun at the end of the day,
Indeed. And I think the players on Plushie Gangs are actually in correct seeding order. Goegi is the A seed, Niblet is in B seed, Gomen Yuka is C seed. Oh, actually no, there's 2 C seeds in here. I mean, it's just a warm-up, so it doesn't really matter that much for now. But so far, as I said before, it's going to be really, really close.
Yeah, that's right. It's just going to be interesting to see how well these two teams will do, but the warm-ups is going to give us some sort of idea of how these players will do.
Oh God. The fast SV there, Eddie. That is pretty much unreadable if you are on a sight read. Just the finishers that just flew past at the speed of light right there. But we can see on the left-hand side, actually everyone, the team It's Raining Cats and Dons, they're doing pretty well right now. 100k lead. The different snapping is actually really favoring them right now. Could be upcoming signs for further map picks.
Yeah.
And here we get a bit of a slowdown actually. Oh, everyone's struggling on it except for Cookie Tree. Everyone just picked up a lot of miss there. The Cookie Tree coming up on top with the nine 100s and a miss. Crazy accuracy for Cookie Tree. Probably has put a lot of practice in this map because I don't think this is sight readable. Koigi doing pretty well as well with 1,205 misses. And here we go straight. We should be going into the picks and bans. And if I remember correctly, the winner of the roles who get to ban and pick.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think that's the case. That's what I've remembered. And it's going to be okay. So It's Raining Cats and Dons has won the role, and yeah, they will get to ban and pick first. So in the previous round, in the previous match, they did ban Hard Rock 2. Maybe they might go with the same thing as well because Yongjin is a really strong Hard Rock player, and I think Thomas Zikiwa, the C seed of Plushie Gang, is also available for this match. So I think It's Raining Cats and Dom might ban Hard Rock 2 or Hard Rock 1, one of the Hard Rocks. I don't think they want to go in that lane, considering the strength of Plushie Gang in the Hard Rock department.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see. What is the ban going to be? So I did some quick analysis. So It's Raining Cats and Dons and Plushie Gang. In their first match, they have played seven same maps. Nomad 1, Nomad 3, Hidden 2, Extra 1, Extra 2, Easy, and Flashlight. And It's Raining Cats and Dons played 3 different maps that Plushie Gang didn't play, which is Free Mod 2, Free Mod 1, and Nomad 4. And speaking of which, Hard Rock 2 is going to be banned, and Nomad 4 is also going to be banned. So
Yeah, I was talking to Yongjin before, and he said that something like Nomad 4 will probably be on their ban list as well. It's a very long stream map. As anyone who listened to a couple of songs from C, you should know it's going to have really long stream regardless of what game modes you play, whether it's standard, mania, catch, or taiko. You're gonna expect really long streams, and unfortunately for Plushie Gang, their skill set is not favored when it comes to long streams. And yep.
I mean, wait, Nomad 4 for Taiko would be like this, like your stream map then? Oh,
yeah.
alrighty.
Yeah. So I'll go through each of the map for the views as well. So number 1 is your consistency pick, around 220 BPM if I remember correctly. Nomad 2 is going to be your technical pick. Nomad 3 is going to be speed pick. Hidden 1 is low hidden. Hidden 2 is somewhat more consistency hidden. Hard Rock 1 is
I
yeah.
want to. I hate to interrupt, but
It's fine.
It's Raining Cats and Dons have already decided with their first pick.
Ooh.
It's going to be. I think that's extra 2.
Yeah,
So
that
extra
is-
2. So both of
Yeah.
these teams have actually played extra 2. So in that match, I believe it was. So Okay, so Plushie Gang did actually lose that map against their first opponents, which was Team Ha. And then over on the other side, what was also interesting, or wait, let me look. Alrighty, so Raining Cats and Dogs is blue. Yeah, so they did. So it's Raining Cats and Dogs actually won their pick, but yeah, and what was really interesting is that the score difference is only by like 60k. So this is still an opportunity for Plushie Gang to be able to come back and give us a probably give us a much slightly better performance, but it's just going to be interesting to see how all these players will do.
One interesting thing is that there's a change in lineup for Plushie Gang. So before in the previous matches, Goegi, Nibet, Gomen Yuka, and Yongjin, but this time Thomas ZQY expectedly would be playing in this map. Again, as I said before, in the last match, Thomas EQI, who I believe is going to play majority of the maps as a CC player, was not available in the previous match. So now he's here, should be providing a bit of a more score differential. And there's the first miss from John Doe right there. A bit of a nasty drop down to the 95% accuracy now.
Yeah, not a good start for John Doe. John Doe held a 98%. Well, he did also find breaks in the previous match, so not too much of a concern there if he's trying to replicate his performance. But however, Plushie Gang has built themselves into a nice lead, but another break from John Doe isn't going to help.
Transition.
Yeah, so
oh, Gorky misses, but traded by John Doe, and Brown misses right there. I saw, and we're approaching the 400 combo mark, and you're seeing probably one of the hardest section of the map. Very different snappings is going to caught players off guard.
Yeah, so I mean, we're just looking at the accuracy differentials. John Doe is not looking very, very comfortable compared to the first time he played this map. And then over on everybody else, I mean, Brown 918 is having a performance of his life. Had a 96% the first time, and he just put it up to a 98%, which is something that should be taken note of. But however, Plushie Gang just looked really, really much more comfortable with this map. Thomas and Youngin,
Yeah.
I call him Youngin. He doesn't mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, the player swap with Thomas for Gomen Yuka and Youngin has actually paid off very, very well. And Nibet and Gohige, or Gohige, another substitute for Summit, I mean, has proven to be a big risk that paid off, as Plushie Gang has improved on their accuracy, which makes up a big difference as to how they are able to win their first point, which is also the first break point we will see in this match.
Yeah, not a good start for its Raining Cats and Dons. Obviously, you do not want your first pick to go to be taken away by the opponent's team, and by a pretty dominant fashion as well. That was a 60k points lead as well, if I remember correctly. And now Plushie Gang is going straight to Hard Rock 1, which I'm not surprised. This is a really strong Hard Rock team. In the qualifiers, they actually placed 3rd overall in Hard Rock. So yeah, this is not a team to be messed with when it comes to Hard Rock.
Yeah, that's right. Hard Rock 1, they have played Hard Rock 1 last time. They have scored 3.9 million as a team. 2 FCs coming from Gohege and Nibet, and we are seeing both of them back in. Thomas is going to come in for Gomen Yuka, and Youngin is going to stay in. And as for It's Raining Cats and Dogs, this is the first time they will be playing this map. It's Raining Cats and Dogs actually banned Hard Rock, They banned Hard Rock
Hard Rock
2, and
2.
they also banned Hard Rock 2 for this one as well. So this is the only Hard Rock map that we will be seeing regardless.
Yeah. And this is going to be a fast reading hard rock right here. 220 BPM. I think most players would be at this caliber would be pretty comfortable at it. I think the main hard part is right at the end with the 1-6 snapping, and the very uncomfortable pattern. And with 1-6, the pattern will be at 330 BPM. And actually, Cookie Tree with the first miss. John Doe misses. Cookie Tree misses again. Oh no.
Yeah, we can just see the difference between Plushie Gang, as you know, that breakpoint has definitely helped with their confidence in being able to as they want to capitalize on that breakpoint with a map that they certainly feel very confident in being able to defeat their opponents on, and we can just see the scoreboard already just skyrocketing in their favor.
That is hard. Yeah, I mean, those patterns, the transition between the finishers and the weird snapping, that claim the accuracy of Cookie Tree and John the and Loijo is also missing as well. Now it's only 1 FC to 4. I repeat, it's still a 4-way FC for Plushie Gang, but Thomas EQI does miss, but it is insignificant compared to... The lead is now at around 300k, and it's still continuing to increasing. And these 1-6 patterns is claiming everyone on the board on Raining Cat and Dawn. Everyone's just missing a whole team reset, but on the other hand, we see that Youngjin's still doing pretty well. Going in, Green is gonna run away with the FC.
4.049 million. They have improved their score by barely over 100,000. And when you think about, like, especially since the team already almost went up to 4 million the first time they played this, it's just surprising. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Youngin definitely do a lot better on this map, having a 50k point improvement, and for Thomas did his part in improving on Gomen Yuka's score the first time. Gomen Yuka had 900k. Thomas increased that by at least 50k, which
yeah. I guess that's how the team improved by 100k. I think it's the difference between the previous C and DC performance and the current C and DC performance. And now I'm wondering what It's Raining Captain Dawn's going to pick. I mean, after seeing X going wrong, they might want to go for more mechanical picks like Nomad 2 or Nomad 3. And yeah, Nomad 3 is going to be picked. The speed Nomad clocking at 270 BPM. I think this is a pretty good pick for our team. It's Raining Captain Dawn. They are trying to, I guess, out-mechanic the other team and outspeed players like Youngjin, who is not well known for speed. And on the other hand, they have players like John Doe, who is really well versed in speed. And I think the A to C seed in this match would not have any trouble playing this map. I think it's going to be the battle of the D seeds. For this one. This map is relatively easy. It's actually a PP, quote-unquote, PP farm map for speed players. So if you're somewhat well-versed in speed, you're gonna have a great time playing this map.
yeah, so with this map, Nomad 3, It's Raining Cats and Dawns has a 150,000 point advantage over Plushie Gang.
Yeah.
And definitely the key player to watch out for is going to be Youngin. Youngin scored 798k the first time he played this map. And Gomen Yuka is going to come in for Thomas this time around. And already off the gate. You can definitely see why It's Raining Cats and Dawns would like to go with this one.
Yeah, Youngjin's definitely struggling a lot on this speed, and it makes sense as well. This is a really fast BPM, 276 as I said. John Doe does pick up a miss, but it's just the accuracy difference is just too big right now for it to matter.
Yeah,
and we're approaching the 400 combo mark right now, And actually, the score lead's still very close, but Youngjin misses, pushing the score lead to 32,000 points. Jondo does trade back, but as I said before, the A to C team absolutely unflinched by this speed pattern. They're all above 99%, and a Goegi is still holding a double S right now. The main difference is just between Jondo and Youngjin.
Yeah, so I mean, we are seeing but not to discredit with Youngin, but he is holding a 95%, which is a improvement. But when it comes to into the bigger picture, it's bringing Katsudons just holding in terms of consistency better, or slightly better, but we could also see Gomen and Gohegi with a double break for Plushie Gang. It's just Nibbit with the Soul FC for the blue team, but it's bringing Katsudons. It's pretty self-explanatory of why they wanted to go with this map, and this map has definitely paid off for them, as they are almost well on their way into taking their first point. And we can just see, Cookie Tree and Dusky, both looking very comfortable with this map. It's going to be a double FC for It's Raining Katsudons. They are now up on the board. And
nearly eclipsing the 4 million point barrier. They actually improved their score by around 40k, as if that wasn't good enough from last match. They have to do one better.
And Young is wasting no time. They're gonna go with extra 1.
Oh, that is one spicy pick. Yeah, I do like this pick from Youngjin's team. They from the previous match, they did beat out their opponent by quite a large margin as well. By 250,000 points. So they are very comfortable on these kind of maps. I don't think. Oh no, I think there's a team score for It's Raining Katsudons. They scored, let's see, 3.39 million.
It's Raining Cats and Dons scored 3.3 million, and for Plushie Gang they scored 3.5, so they have a 100k point advantage. But obviously, especially with Thomas, they're gonna still stick with Gomen Yuka for this one. Definitely the key players to watch out for this match. Over on Plushie Gang, I would keep an eye on Youngin and Gomen Yuka. And over on the other side, It's Raining Katsudons, John Doe would be a player to watch out particularly. Those 3 players scored under 800k, and I do believe if John Doe actually scored like about 780, I think they would have a really good chance to be able to take down Plushie Gang for this one. So I don't exactly know if I actually like this pick from Plushie Gang, but I do think if both teams can improve on their performances, particularly from the players that I've mentioned for this map alone, this could be a very close map.
Yep. Though this map is one of the maps that requires a lot of practice, and if you don't put enough practice time, you're going to have a very rough time trying to play this map. So it actually depends quite a lot if John Doe actually practiced this map after their first match.
Yeah, so definitely John Doe, like I mentioned, a player to watch out for. And some mistapping there. I just saw it on his screen. This is not the start that John Doe would want, but especially when you.
Yeah, I mean, here's probably the hardest part of the map. Just nodes flying at different speed, different snapping as well. Just absolutely absurd patterning in this map. And you can see right now, everyone's struggling a lot. Gomen Yuka actually dropping a lot of accuracy, so does Nibbit.
Yeah, the SVs is, especially with those finishers being put into place, it's really setting a lot of the players off, and we can just see it on the screen. It's just Gohege with the only player with the 400 combo mark. So that's the max that we will see as far as it gets. And but everybody else, the only high combo or the second highest combo in the lobby right now is Brown 918. And you can just see more SBs coming in the way.
Yeah, with a couple of 1-6 as well. Very annoying patterning, but we can still see Goegi is holding the team together. Still holding the only FC in the only double S in this lobby right now. He's absolutely carrying this. But Youngjin, Yaman Yuka's jumping along, misses. So does John Doe. The scoring is actually moving back a bit more than they want, but I think that's it. Yeah, no, that's like basically the hardest part of the map over. Now it's just a bit of more SV patterning. And yeah.
That was close. That was a close call for Plushie gang. Yeah, I mean, it's Raining Cats and Dons did improve their score by about 30,000 points, but it's just not enough for as Plushie gang was able to maintain their consistency on this map. While they did not beat the score the first time, they got pretty close to it. That's just what they really needed to take this one away, as it's now 3-1, avoiding a potential breakpoint to its Raining Cats and Dons to make it 2-2 even. But now it is the red team now up to make their third pick of this match.
I would like to point out Goegi with the 2-100. I mean, not only he improved from his previous score. He got 4, now he got 2. I think Goegi's FC was what matters and what was like the differential for this whole for this map right there. And yeah, now it's 3-1 and it's Raining Cats and Don's pick. I think they want to continue with picking mechanics. Maps like Nomad 2 will be a suitable pick for their team. Or Nomad 1 as his import. I think they want to stick at the, I guess, mechanics lane just because their team has a bit of an edge, especially with the DC. John Doe does have a bit of an edge towards Youngjin. Oh, and they're going with easy. I don't think it's not a bad pick either. I think the team score for it's Raining Cats and Dons is really good on this one. Yeah, they scored 1.93 million. On the other hand, I think, yeah, Plushie gang scored 1.85 million. So yeah, a very large lead.
Are you sure you're looking at the right map? This is easy.
Yes, it is easy. Yes,
I'm looking at like 1 point. It's like not dream. It's like it's
1
like,
point. Yeah.
Alrighty, but yeah, so easy. This is a map that this is a map it's a pretty good pick. It's a pretty good pick from their team. It's Raining Cats and Dons, in my opinion. But there's going to be a big change from Plushie gang. Actually, Youngjin and Palmas is actually going to sub in. So 2 new players for the C and DC team. So it's going to be very interesting. We may see a very large score improvement from Plushie gang. Yeah, so for the first time Plushie gang did play, it was and this is also the first time we will see Chernobog coming in for Plushie gang, but they also had Minion 24 and Gomin Yuka played this map, but now it's just going to be Thomas and Youngin. And already somewhat right off the gate, we are seeing Plushie gang starting off with a slightly narrow of a lead, but it's going to be interesting as we already see the Ki with these streams. It's just really tricky to read. Yeah, this is your typical slow score speed read with easy on, and John Doe actually missing a lot right now. He's not getting his footing right. And yeah, when it comes to these kind of easy pick, it's very easy to get yourself lost in these patterns. And Thomas and John Doe's continue to pick up miss. So does Chernobog. Yeah, and now we are going to see these triples and these 4 notes bursts right here. Plushie Gang is just looking really looking slightly a bit more comfortable on this map. This proves that the switch for Youngin and Thomas is looking to pay off, as we do see another break coming from John Doe. And yeah, I mean,
Dusky with the miss right there as well. Now they're down to two FCs to two FC right now, and with the accuracy lead, and Brown and John Doe picks up. Oh, Brown picks up the miss, but John Doe was a client one. But I think that basically seals it, in my opinion. Yeah, right at the end, nothing much more to say than another breakpoint for Team Plushie Gang, and a really good team score as well. We're going to see, yeah, around 1.938 million.
This is good enough. They have beat their score by almost around 260,000 points, and the switch with
that is huge, by the way, because with easy on, right? If you normalize it, that's a 520k improvement. If you turn up,
yeah,
huge, absolutely huge improvement. And yeah, I think it's Raining Cats and Dawn probably picked. I mean, they probably used the previous team score to pick it, but they did not expect Youngjin and Thomas to come in and absolutely destroy that map as well.
Yeah. So Gohigi with another V1 double S on this map, but you have Youngin and Thomas. Youngin with the second highest score, and Thomas with the third highest. Chernobog, despite having the worst score for the team, has also improved his score. This just speaks volumes as to what Plushie Gang is doing for this match alone, as they are really here to perform against It's Raining Cats and Dogs. They're trying to show everyone why they could be a threat for the next potentially the next 2 weeks. But we are already going on the way to, I believe, Nomad 1 now. Both teams have played Nomad 1. So it is Plushie Gang did win this map. They scored 3.65 million. And as for It's Raining Cats and Dawns, they actually they lost the map, but they actually score higher than Plushie Gang the first time they played this. They scored just about 3,000 They scored 3,000 points more than Plushie Gang the first time they played this.
This is a bit questionable, actually. This is going to be very close. And yeah, Youngjin missing right there. As I said before, when it comes to mechanics, I think John Doe does have an edge towards Youngjin right now. And yeah, Youngjin still continuing to pick up misses right now. He's getting a lot of misses in these longer stream patterns at 228 BPM. And on the other hand, yeah, John Doe is still doing really well. And also the rest of the team is holding a full combo right now. But Dusky does pick up a miss, but it's a very clean one, so I don't think it will matter that much. Accuracy does matter a lot in this, Taiko.
Yeah, John Doe is looking a lot more comfortable playing on Nomad 1 this time than last time. I mean, it is only a 1% improvement, but the combo game is so much better than the first time he has played this map, and it's looking to be likely that he will play a integral role, but he will find a drop. So this is just going to be interesting, and we're seeing some act drops coming from John Doe as well. Meanwhile, Youngin has recovered.
Oh, that long stream claims both Youngjin and Gomin Yuka with a really nasty drop right now. And on the other hand, Dusky, Brown, Cookie Tree is still doing super well. They're holding on to good accuracy and good combo.
Yeah, right now, I mean, not much can also be said except that all 4 players on the bottom row will find breaks. But other than that, though, I mean, for like the majority of the map, you had 3 players on its rating cats and dogs holding a 99% accuracy, and so even with that break, Brown has done his job very, very well, holding off Govan Yuka, and same can be said for John Doe, having a much better performance on Nomad 1, especially with the improved combo game, as it really helps boosted his score up by about 60,000 points or 60,000 points, and this is going to give its reigning cats and dons their first break point, actually. So now they have to make sure that they have to win this next map that they have to pick. The last thing they do not want is to give match and break point to Plushie Gang.
Yeah, Goegi with another MVP performance. This guy has, I mean, he is probably one of the best player in the list of participants in this tournament, and yeah, he is showing up in full spades. Back-to-back MVP, another really good accuracy with only 100.
Also improved his score too. You know, on paper, this might sound like Plushie Gang might have had a chance to make it 5-1, but the inconsistency from Goatman, Yuka, and Youngin for this map on the 1-1 this time, I mean, it is really tough to watch, and especially since like even somehow Gohiki proved his score, and also Shernal Bog too. I think, you know, obviously for Govan Yuka is probably not happy with how he did on Nomad 1, but rest to be assured, there's still more maps to be played, and I do think there are some more opportunities for Plushie Gang to be able to keep things competitive with its reigning cats and dons. And meanwhile, we are still waiting on the red team to make their next pick, their fourth pick of this match.
Oh, it's hidden too. I don't like this. I really don't. This is it's raining cats and dons, right? Yeah, I think that is it's raining cats and I really don't like this. If you compare the score, I think Plushie Gang has a huge advantage.
Yeah. I do think, I mean, on another perspective, I do not dislike it, but I do think they knew what is at risk by going with Hidden 2. Because yes, Plushie Gang had each player had scored 1 million, but then again, the odds of saying that team will improve their score is already very, very tough when you are considering what is at stake. So I do like this idea of what its rating cats and dogs is trying to go for, but this would also mean that they have to be consistent themselves to try to be able to keep up with Plushie Gang. So not a bad choice, but I do think obviously pressure's definitely, well, pressure's on both sides in different perspectives. It's just going to be the matter of how well they can execute on Lunaticon.
It is going to be, I feel like this is gonna be an all accuracy map. This map is, I think the pattern is pretty straightforward. A bit of a weird snapping sometimes, but in general, this is going to be pretty straightforward for most of the map. And actually, Brown picking up a lot of miss right now. It's down to 94% straight off the bat.
Yeah, not a good start, but I mean, the score is still pretty close somehow. I think in a way the idea is starting to pay off, but can they be able to take the lead towards the end? I mean, we can see the score is kind of flickering though. I do think pressure is really starting to settling in for these players. This is going to be interesting to see how well these players will do. Oji will find a drop. So this is going to give a slight... Now that lead is definitely extended with John Doe's break.
The score lead is still pretty small right now. It's still around 20,000 points. It's going to increase this a bit more, but Chernobyl Bob does pick up a very weird miss right there. Right at the somewhat easy part. And here we go, right into the finisher section. There's gonna be one very funny, fast SV finisher right there, but everyone hits it.
Yeah.
And we're going straight back to the stream lane right now.
Everybody's just hitting these space streams. It's just interesting. I mean, the score lead isn't really in one team's isn't really a big margin. That's what I'm trying to say. So there's still a good chance that It's Raining Cats and Dogs could take a lead, but I think the intention of picking him too is to hope to see that Plushie, they would have one player on Plushie Gang not being able to replicate the score, but so far that hasn't really happened yet. Everybody has been performing very, very well so far.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's still holding 99%, by the way. This is absolutely crazy scenes right now. Youngjin and John Doe really stepping up right now as respective D seeds. And as soon as it said that Youngjin does pick up a miss, the score lead might go back straight to the It's Raining Cats and Dogs. It's very close, but Joey misses.
OG will find a drop, but despite this, we're seeing some act drops coming from the blue side. It's now in the favor. It's now it's getting really close. Oh my gosh, the stream!
The stream cannot handle it. What's going on?
Oh my gosh! And wait a minute, it's just going all over the place, and it's just flickering all around as we head into the final thread.
It is flickering right now. Oh my god, this is last section. John Doe picks up on this.
Oh my goodness, that's likely going to be it. There's about 100 notes left to go. Plushie Gang just narrowly holding on to that win against It's Raining Cats and Dons. Not much is left. It's just going to be Plushie Gang being able to hold this one. But you just gotta give credit to It's Raining Cats and Dons. The idea was there, but they just couldn't execute it at the end. I just think if John Doe did not break in the end, they could have done something spectacular that could have changed the tides of this match, but man, that was really, really close.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you compare each respective score, it is super, super close. I think the FC from Gomen Yuka really does it for the team. And that was it's just crazy team score. I like to repeat, you're 4.1 million. That should secure the win 99% of the time. This team score from It's Raining Cats and Dogs. It is absolutely crazy. And yet they still lost against Plushie Gang. That is very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate, in my opinion.
Yeah, and what's even more interesting is that Plushie Gang improved their score too. So I do think like the idea was there, but looking at the whole picture now, it just didn't pay off. They just somehow kept getting better and better throughout this whole match, and I just don't know if I don't know how one team is able to keep up with a team that is just red hot on this match alone.
Yeah, you're definitely correct about that. It's Raining Cats and Dons have been improving many of their scores, but unfortunately, Plushie Gang is also doing the same thing, but even better.
Yeah, and with this in mind, we are gonna go into free mod 1. That's free mod 1, right?
Free mod 1. Yeah, it's going to be interesting song, by the way. Just saying, very interesting song.
Interesting pick too, because so It's Raining Cats and Dons actually did play free mod 1 as they did win this pick, and they scored 3.778 million. So maybe they like the chances of them probably winning on this map.
I think this is a good pick. the thing is that when it comes to mod, I think Plushie Gang definitely do have the mod advantage. We're gonna see probably everyone in Plushie Gang going with at least a mod. Probably hidden for probably a mix of hidden hard rock. Maybe Youngjin may opt for no mod. No, actually Youngjin's going to go with hard rock, and yeah, the mod advantage, two mods ahead of the other team. This is the anti mod. So means that picking hidden or hard rock is going to be it's going to provide a lot of difficulty. So it could backfire, despite the mod advantage, if you're very uncomfortable with, reading these kind of anti-mod with hidden or hard rock.
Yeah, but nonetheless, I mean, mod advantage is in Plushie Gang's favor. But if there's anything I have seen, usually, especially with like Taiko matches for me, usually mod advantages don't exactly translate into success. Like every time I've seen a team that has a mod advantage, at least from what I've seen, 100% of the time they would actually lose. So I do not know if they would. I mean, they could prove me wrong and be the first team, or make it the first time that I'll see a team with a mod advantage winning.
Yeah, but we can see right now, actually not a very big lead, but we still see 8 full combos on the board right now. I think the accuracy is actually on its Raining Cats and Dawn side. It's just the mod advantage really making the score difference right now for this map. Yeah, a bit of a throw spinner right there. Everyone still hits it. And Brown gets the first miss. John Doe misses as well.
Oh man. This is not looking good. Yeah, we both just said it right there, but I mean, there's still. I mean, it's just only halfway of the map left. I mean, it's Raining Cats and Dawn's trying to do whatever they can, but they just needed some luck on their side right now. But when you're, like I said, when you're playing against a team that's just been red hot, all you just can do is just hope that's like not. You can just only hope that some unlucky breaks would happen to Plushie Gang, but it's just not looking at this. Probably not looking to happen, especially since they're looking pretty consistent. Oh, but two players on Plushie Gang, Thomas and Youngen will find drops, but Cookie Tree will also find a drop there. So that didn't really exactly reduce the lead by that much, but despite
it's still there. Yeah. Nivet does pick up a miss, but I don't think it's. I think at this point the score is too big, and we're already approaching the end of the map. We need to see an absolute collapse from everyone in the team, but yeah, as I said before, just the really, really large mod advantage here, and the fact that Youngjin and ZQY are able to play despite with the mod as well. We're right at the end right now. There's not much there to say.
There's just not much to say. Unfortunately for It's Raining Cats and Dawns, their tournament run for Taiko Suiji Cup 2023 is going to be over, as your winner of this matchup will guarantee themselves a top 6 finish and will be moving on to take on Tater's Taiko Tots. It's going to be the team of Gohegi, Summit, Nibit, Chernobog, Thomas CQY, Gamen Yuka, Minion24, and Youngen. It's going to be Plushie Gang.
Congratulations, but I think we do have I think we're gonna get a tiebreaker showcase actually, according to our host, Blue Jay. Hopefully we're gonna go see the tiebreaker. We actually haven't seen any tiebreakers since a while. I think the last 2 rounds. So this is gonna be our last match for this weekend actually. And yeah, quarterfinals, semifinals hasn't have any tiebreaker. So that's, I think even the last 2 rounds didn't have any tiebreakers. So think there's going to be a tiebreaker happening soon.
I mean, that's if the teams really want. Oh, I guess they really wanted. I guess they wanted to do a tiebreaker then. But there's really not much else. There really isn't not much else to say other than the fact that the match is already over, though. But I mean, tiebreakers are pretty self-explanatory, though. So I don't think anyone who doesn't even know much about like a certain mode can already have like some sort of idea of what a tiebreaker map would look like.
Yeah, it's also a Camellia tiebreaker as well. I mean, wow. Yeah, name a better duo, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this is the only map that I actually haven't played in this map pool, so I don't think I'll be able to provide that much commentary when it comes to a map analysis for this one.
And you mentioned that this was supposedly the last match, but you did forget that there's another conditional match.
I forgot.
That's going to be at 7:30 local time for me, and it's already 3 in the morning, so I don't want to be able to pull all-nighter and just staff, even though I am off today. No thank you, please.
I'll be away from town in an hour as well, so that's that as well. But it's going to be Godit versus Declaring War on Gacha. Trying to battle each other out to get the last ticket in the top 6 in probably most stacked tournament of the year as well, team tournament of the year. Yeah, so do have that to look forward to. I think that's gonna, as Focus Skirts did say, it's gonna happen in around 4 hours and a half-ish. I can check the schedule again to make sure what I said is correct. Yeah, it's gonna happen at 14 UTC, so in around 4 hours actually. So do have that to look forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said before, congratulations to Plushie Gang, and as unfortunate as it is for Israeli Cats and Dons, who played really well throughout this map, getting a lot of improvements from previous match, it was just not enough against Plushie Gang.
Yeah, I mean, both teams just performed very, very, very well today. But when it really came down to the end results there, despite having like really tough expectations for themselves, Plushie Gang somehow in some way exceeded almost every sort of expectations that they have done against its Rain Cats, not just its Rain Cats and Dons, but probably also themselves too. But that is just like interesting to see how
That's just how the cookie crumbles after all.
Yeah, and with this in mind, it's just going to be interesting if Plushie Gang can replicate this sort of hot momentum that they have heading into the new week, where they could potentially be they're going to take on Taters, Taiko Tots, and potentially either Bold and Brash, God Did, or declaring war on Gacha. And especially for Plushie Gang, they did lose against Bold and Brash in the winners quarterfinals. So I do think they might be looking forward to getting some revenge against them, potentially in the conditionals losers finals, but we'll just see how that will go in terms of
it's going to be a very tall order. It's gonna be very hard to. I mean, the Tater Cycle Tots is a very, very strong team with probably one of the strongest B seed in the whole tournament as well, with the name of South Korea and GT. So yeah, I have that to look forward to as well. The map pool is gonna get even harder. If you think this is hard, it's good. Do do tune in to see the finals map pool showcase, which has been announced at I think let's see 16 UTC ish Sunday, according to the post. That is not my words. That is from the words of our host ourselves. So yeah, do have that to look forward to, and I do believe the map pool is gonna get way more difficult to the point where I do think the DC is gonna have basically they can just let the keyboard go because the map was gonna get incredibly hard. It's already hard this week. As a fellow DC player myself, I had a tough time playing quite a lot of these maps, and I'm not. If I did manage to get to the finals, I would not look forward for the fight. I'm not gonna look forward to trying to play these maps. It's gonna be very difficult, but I think these players are pretty good, so I think they're gonna have a bit better time compared to myself.
Yeah. We'll just see how will the finals pool will go. You know, I would be honest. I was actually hoping that they would be doing the tiebreaker because it's like now 3 in the morning, and I kind of wanted to just do outro and then just immediately go to bed. But it's alright. It's alright.
It's a pretty short tiebreaker, anyways. What's up, Goengi? Goengi with a he's gaming right now. Look at that. He's way above everyone else in the lobby. 98% with Hot Rock and F's a full combo right now. Yeah, I mean, we have been singing the praises of Goengi. I mean, in this tournament, the AC does have a bit of a pivotal role in later stages, and I think Goengi is just making a statement right now. He is just absolutely unfazed by the tiebreaker. He's still doing it, by the way. We're approaching the 2,000 combo mark, and Goengi is just doing Goengi things right now. He's the highest rank, one of the highest ranked player in the tournament as well. So yeah, no, not a surprise, but yeah, it's just absolutely absurd.
Yeah, and it's just I don't know what else to say about Gohegi. And, you know,
Yeah.
he already has said himself like really insane scores. The fact that he just somehow outperformed his own scores for practically almost more times than I've lost count on is just insane.
And he's gonna do it. He's gonna get a full combo on beyond the geostationary orbit level, the tiebreaker of Taiko Suji Cup semifinals. I mean, what are you doing, man? What? Like, you're not supposed to do. What? How? Why? He's gaming out here, man. Above 1 million. What? The second highest score is 880K.
Yeah, that's just I don't know what else is there to say really, but
Yeah.
other than that, I mean, now finally tiebreaker over, and now match over too. So once again, congratulations to Plushie Gang for winning this match. Best of luck to them in the finals week. Other than that, Mashed Potato, do you have any final words you want to say?
And nope, nothing else.
Alrighty. Just a reminder, we have one more match that is coming up in 14:30 UTC. It's going to be God Did versus Declaring War on Gacha. Please do not miss that. And then afterwards, there's going to be the final showcase at around 16 UTC approximately, or somewhere immediately after the last match of the weekend. Other than that, I just want to say thank you to Hex for reffing this match. Thank you to Taikamon for streaming this match. And on behalf of Mashed Potato, I am Pork is Great. We'll see you guys. Well, I think it will be streamed. We'll see you guys around 14:30 or around 16 UTC for the showcase. See ya!